special shout out to executive producer DelGuy03 for sponsoring this reaction. We appreciate the sponsorship and hope you enjoy the reaction. Thank you again.
Welcome back to another EP sponsored reaction. This one is for Leverage, Season 1, Episode number 6. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. It's the holiday season, people. Tell a friend and your family. We watching Leverage. Thank you.
Alright, shout out to executive producer Del Guy for sponsoring this reaction and for letting us know the correct order that they should be reacted to. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, a couple comments from the last episode, starting with executive producer Del Guy, who says, "What a blast to get a second Leverage today. My thanks to Melanie and to our hard-working reactors."
Yeah.
This was slightly different Leverage episode. As you saw, they had no grand plan in advance, no what really happened flashbacks. They were discovering it and solving it, and as it turned out, saving a lot of lives, including their own, on the fly, as it happened. Ooh, nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
I do love their typical episode structure, but it's good to know they can switch it up and still be super entertaining. I totally agree about Hardison being MVP this time. It seemed unimportant at first that he missed their time to break into the building, but in the end it turned out to be essential that they had him back in LA to save the day. And one of my favorite bits in the whole series is a self-contained little story here, from janitor to elegant executive whom nobody dares admit to not remembering, to meeting leader to beloved birthday boy, they were even throwing him a party, to angry fired employee, all in 5 hours. I absolutely adore it. It's my favorite Leverage moment to date was all of that. I thought that it was executed so well. It's gonna be a hard thing to beat because that just put Hardison in my top rankings. It was just so well done. Gary Marshall comes through to say, "Thank you, Del Guy and Melanie, for sponsoring this most excellent show. I did not know that there was a different watch order to the broadcast one, but the intended watch order does seem to make a lot more sense." Again, thank you, Del Guy, for keeping us informed so we can get that order right.
You know what it is. Right.
Gary Marshall says, "The aliases that Nate uses for this episode are all actors that appeared in Doctor Who, proving that Hardison is a Whovian. Sarah Jane, the alias that Sophie uses, is also a character from the same show." Wow, good insight. We just started that.
Yeah.
Ronnie comes through to say, "I really hope Leverage becomes one of the channel's main show. It is really great. Love the way the show manages to keep the formula fresh through so many seasons. When I first watched the show, I believed it would get old fast. But the show is fantastic in the way they play with the cast's personal growth and expand and highlight the different qualities and skills of the team. Okay. Love this episode. Was one of the first great episodes early in the show. Hardison is really funny in this episode. He has been up playing World of Warcraft the night before, so he overslept and missed or forgot the mission. LOL. Yeah. So fantastic. And he even manages to get his marks to throw him a fake birthday party while his team is fighting for their lives thousands of feet in the air. Haha. He is one of my favorites. Together with Spencer, they have a great chemistry and dynamic. Looking forward to the next one." Okay. Great comments, guys, and great insight as per usual. Keep those coming. Let's get into episode 6 right now. Oh my gosh.
Do you know the speech?
I know the gist of it.
He memorized entire homilies.
Homilies are poetry.
Plea before the city council is demeaning.
How?
No idea.
Perfect.
Esteemed councilman, in a few days, St. Nicholas Church will be torn down. I have come before you for the 4th time to beg for your condescension,
Consideration
which you have never shown before.
to block the sale of the church.
Because we're not just losing a building, we're losing a sacrament. The communion with our neighbors is our mass. Not bad, huh?
We need an ambulance. Please send an ambulance.
No, don't go. That's $500.
Hey, Sophie's here now. You want to tell her?
Anything about the truth.
Hey.
Oh, thank you so much for coming to my play last night.
Oh.
Last night was awesome.
Oh, thanks, Parker.
Yeah, it was like a horror movie. Attention must be paid.
Yeah, I mean, you're not the first person I would think of to play Willie Loman. But you worked it out.
Yeah.
You worked it out.
Oh.
She's such a bad actor.
Come on, man. You've
worse
been in
than-
worse situations.
No,
No, that was the worst.
no, that's pretty bad.
How great were you? I mean, they ought to call it Death of a Saleswoman. What a great commentary on the glass ceiling for women in corporate America.
Nate, I played the part as a man.
Yes.
So we got nothing.
Hold on. The payphone is located here. The residence is at 8. Luxury condos brought to you by Andrew Grant.
Yeah, I know this guy. He built the Meadow Mall on the west side. You know, the one with the monorail?
Now, this guy doesn't happen to own any of the shell companies that bought the church, does he?
Well, I can't prove that, but let's just put it this way. Those shell companies have their daddy's lying eyes.
All right, what do we know about this Grant guy?
The show's
The man's a
companies have their
media
daddy's lied
He'll
eyes.
do like
Ah,
shit
bars!
alone. He's cutting the ribbon on this place tomorrow. Also, Grant survived a helicopter crash last year. Checked out his pharmacy account. The man pops anti-anxiety pills like Pez.
Well, publicists are like priests. You gotta tell them all your secrets. So that's our way in. Question is, how?
What are you thinking?
This guy beat up a priest? We're not going easy on him.
I got a dozen reporters waiting for me downstairs, and the backdrop for my ribbon cutting is
I
scaffolding.
100% knew you were going to do it. I just knew it. I knew you were going to be even at me.
We you know, spend all that money. Might want to get the bill.
Mr. Grant! Kirsty Connolly. I'm a reporter with The Ledger. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Miss Connolly, I don't know how you got up here, but the press conference is down in the lobby. It starts in 10 minutes.
No, I understand. I just wondered if I could have a
Where's
moment
the
of your
foreman?
time.
Franco!
Willy Wonka's here.
Good. His ride's almost here. Okay. Showtime. All right, did you remember the big scissors this time? Did you remember them?
It's my first day.
Just watch where you're going. It's okay. It's all right. Just be more careful next time, baby. Okay.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of clumsy shit going on today.
What the hell are you doing?
I had a little tequila last night. I'm sorry about that.
Why don't you focus, Cuervo? All right? You know what? Feel bad, all right?
Try walking now. Not my football coach. Get back in the game, but that doesn't make any sense.
They disconnected him from his boy that was following him.
Believe it.
Now they're stuck in there, so he's gonna have to talk to her, right?
Yeah. That
They're
works.
fixing up this
Well, she took out his pocket to roll the money or
Advance
something.
to work it
No.
out.
Unacceptable. I'm calling the contractor. Oh, seriously? No signal? Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about heights.
He takes anti-anxiety medicine, babe.
Or enclosed spaces.
And claustrophobic and afraid of heights. Oh, I ain't gave the medication.
Oh,
That's
they
what
gave
she
him
put in there.
something
What is that
different.
you just took?
Xanax.
So you think.
Actually, caffeine.
Oh, they
With a dash of extra amphetamine.
Hot now.
Are you getting any air at all? Down there, I swear. God, I think they've sucked all the up.
Caffeine or speed. It's good. It's good.
Connolly, you just got yourself an interview. Okay, that's all. No more pictures, okay?
So, what would you say has been the key to your
Yeah.
me-
That
oh, thanks.
That was
Meteoric
very
class.
Elaborate.
An appetite
Elaborate
for risk,
for an
hard work, bit of luck here and
interview.
there.
This interview is over.
I'm sorry?
Christy, how did you know what to do in there?
Oh, that. I'm a reporter. You have to understand reporters. We're lazy by nature. All we want's a story, a narrative. And if you don't like the story they're writing, just give them a new one. They'll thank you for it.
I don't want you to do a story on me.
I don't understand.
I want you to make sure everyone else is doing a story on me. I saw the way you handled the press back there. I want you to be my new publicist.
I can do that.
I don't know what to say. Except, when can I start?
Right. You should be giving it to me.
So
right?
then
I'm
she's
gonna be
gonna,
your
you know what she's gonna play?
Andy?
I need to know all your dirt and
Yeah.
all your secrets
I
and
got
know
it
how
all.
to spin all the
This is-
things.
you
It's
just-
so brilliant.
You just handed it to me
Yeah.
on the platter.
Let me show you something.
He's building another mall on the site of a church.
It's not even a mall. It's a bloody lifestyle centre. Eat, work, shop, play, all in one place.
I don't like this guy. I hate him.
He doesn't want the closing of the church connected to him. Bet he's got the city council in his pocket and got the land for a sum. Once the deal closes, he's free and clear. By the time they break ground.
It's elegant. Okay. Parker needs you to go to the hospital and keep Father Paul there no matter what. Up to a point, but keep him in the hospital. Elliot, you're the retrieval specialist. Give Harrison anything he needs.
As long as I don't have to do anything immoral.
No, absolutely not. No, just need you to figure out, how to fake a miracle.
We all
Technically
come to
wise.
hell.
Technologically wise.
I'm getting out of here in a couple hours.
Yeah, it's just a few last tests to be on the safe side.
I mean, she pulled off a nurse all day.
Yeah. When she's being nice. When she's
Yeah,
being,
when she-
until
yeah.
she gets to a point of like, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
Then it's like, this is.
She don't really know how to smile.
For his head. It's a PR nightmare. Ugh, trust me, he's rattled, vulnerable. Oh, just right for me to kiss and make boo-boo better.
He'll be a minute. It's busy today.
Certainly is. So, what's your take on all of this?
The new mall. Lifestyle center. We're building right around where I grew up. I figured it would sweep out the gangs.
Good on ya. You're a company man.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your opinion. Okay, I just received a threatening phone call from a nun.
Well, Mr. Grant, they're probably there with the press. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, how was it, talking to Maggie again?
Good. Yeah, strange. Good. I still feel,
What? Guilty? About Sam?
No, not that. Well, yeah. Yeah, and other things.
You never cheated on her, Nate.
I know. You're tempted.
No, you weren't.
I was.
Not really. You've always been the good guy. That's what made it fun. Well, part of what made it fun between us.
Fighting.
Guys, this is still a big win. Sophie, find out where Grant is and make sure that he's...
What did you do?
What do you mean? What? You don't believe in miracles?
The word miracle does not appear anywhere in the Old or New Testaments.
What about the wedding at Cana? Huh? What about Lazarus?
Please tell me you had nothing to do with this.
I had nothing to do with
There ain't
this.
nothing to do with it.
Nate,
I'm honest.
you're lying to me, right to my face, in church. There's a fake miracle in my church. There's a reason you didn't become a priest.
I do what I can.
You can't play God, Nate. Just tell me what's going on, and we'll try to fix it.
Paul, listen to me. For your own good, I can't tell you what's going on here. But I can tell you that I got it covered.
They're in spin mode. It's a mess. I'm gonna put a nail in his coffin right now.
Well, make it 10. I don't want that son of a bitch crawling out.
So, St. Nicholas, a miracle. Obviously we can't.
Yeah, I know. I've been up all night with this.
I figured as much. I do have a spin on it.
No. Forget it. I've killed the American town. This miracle.
It's gonna be
It gave me a real crisis of conscience.
It's gonna be a miracle town, man.
Excellent. Yeah, that's good. We can work with that.
I looked into my heart. I paced. I cried. But by dawn, I had my answer. Bibletopia.
Bibletopia.
Oh my god.
It's a theme park?
Lifestyle and Recreation Center. Here, let me give you the tour. So the church stays. I mean, the statue stays, and maybe that one wall with stained glass, but the rest gone. Now, flanking the statue, 2 food courts. So the original pews, they're now outdoors for mealtime seating, holy contemplation, whatever. Shops aplenty on the perimeter.
Oh my god,
like
babe.
this.
You can't be.
There will be a sea, an actual sea, surrounding the park that will park every 30 minutes, huh? And then while people are waiting to come in, they can enjoy previews, food, and souvenirs at the Tears of St. Nick Cafe. Come to pray, stay to shop. We also got this St. Nicholas bobblehead.
St. Nicholas bobblehead. How you get this shit printed up so fast, man? You got a good team.
You're serious about this?
Come on, Christy. You and I both know this is not a real miracle. A, because miracles don't exist. And 2, because this pain in the ass priest will do anything to keep his church open. But hey, I owe him a debt. I mean, I never would have thought of Bibletopia without his divine intervention. This stupid priest, he's gonna make me millions.
The man cannot be stopped.
But everything we throw at him just makes him stronger.
Kind of admire him, though. I mean, my nephew'd like Bibletopia.
No. See, this is what happens when you mess with God. He raises up your enemies with his right hand, and he smites you with his left.
No. Listen, we can use this. Just give me a second to just... Apostolic visitation. Come again?
Oh my god. They're gonna
It's the
whether the
Vatican.
miracle's real or not. They have to verify the miracles.
Yeah.
Apostolic visitation. It's like the Pope's, CSI. They come, they investigate a miracle. They determine whether it's real or a hoax.
If they find out the truth, they're going to close this church down and blame Father Paul for fraud. I don't like this, Nate. No. I mean,
Oh, send the boys over there, man.
Ordinarily, we'd have him under control by now.
We'll get around to him. We'll get around to him.
Can't be fanning us out.
We'll take out
You
Grant.
screwed up. You're going to have to undo your own
That's not what
karma.
it is. Don't use religion
For your own
for
gain,
own
yeah.
gain. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you go through me. The Pope.
Gentlemen. Father, excuse I'm having just big spiritual crisis, you guys.
What I was trying to say, but you guys wouldn't let me talk while we were all in the closet.
If we leave it here, they're going to find out the statue isn't really crying and blame Father Paul for fraud.
Sophie, if we steal the statue, he's gonna get blamed for covering up a fraud.
Huh.
This ain't funny. As soon as they run a scanner or a PA stick over that statue, they're gonna see those aren't real tears.
You're right. It's only a matter of time. Father Paul, he can't help but tell the truth, and he's gonna flip on us.
I hope this is the part where you suggest prayer.
No, the weeping statue of St. Nicholas is not gonna be stolen. It's gonna miraculously disappear in the middle of tomorrow's Mass.
I'm sorry.
In front of the priest, the Vatican, the entire congregation.
Have you learned nothing, Nate?
How much does the statue weigh?
About 900 pounds.
Good.
Good.
I am so sorry, Nana.
The Lord be with you.
So we need to cut a hole in this floor.
A reading from the Gospel according
I
to
was like,
Luke.
where's it at?
A man had a fig tree in his vineyard, but it did not bear fruit. So he said to the man who took care of the vineyard, "For 3 years I've been looking for fruit on this tree, and for 3 years I've found nothing. It's a waste of my land. Cut it down." Sir, the worker replied, leave it alone for 1 more year. Let me dig around it and fertilize it. If it bears fruit next year, all is well. If not, then cut it. Gospel of the Lord. Repent or perish. That's Luke 13. Tough to swallow, huh? But like all parables, this one's open to interpretation. Was the worker just being lazy? Stalling? I'll get to it, boss. Next year. Mañana. Or did the worker have a secret? A secret that only our faith sustains us over time. The owner doesn't have his hands in the soil. Only the worker is there every day in the dirt with the tree. He has faith in his skill and faith that God will support that skill, and maybe in a year's time the tree will bear fruit. He doesn't look for the easy way out. He doesn't say, oh, why would the Lord do this to me? If only he would give me a sign. If only he'd give us a miracle. But the worker doesn't ask for a miracle. He has faith in himself and faith in God, and he only asks for time.
What kind of time? Game time.
Let us proclaim our faith. We believe in one God, the Father, the Almighty, the maker of heaven and earth, of all that is seen and unseen. We believe in one Lord, Jesus Christ, the only Son of God, eternally begotten of the Father, God from God, light from light, true God from true God, begotten, not made, one in being with the Father.
Oh, they put the
Did he not see her just drop down and pick
no,
that up?
because they were bending down in prayer. They timed it
An
to.
angel took it away.
Shit, an angel took it away.
Calm down, people. That's not what's happening. I know what's going on here. There is no miracle. Somebody stole the statue. And I know who it is. Andrew Grant.
Hey, that's the guy that bought the church! That's not my
Hey, that's the guy that bought the church!
That's a miracle for a prophet. You sicken me.
Steve! That priest is desperate. He hid the statue in the van. He forged the registration papers to frame me.
That statue heavy as
I don't
hell.
believe you.
It's good to see you, Paul. You better plan on being there next Sunday. I've got a great sermon on making amends. We'll see.
Yeah, I might be there.
You'll be back. I have faith in you.
Big dog. Follow me on Facebook. I can't. Damn near gang member outside. Big dog.
Look at that. Save the church.
It's like Christmas. See, I told you St. Nicholas is Santa Claus.
No, he's not, Parker.
Well, who is he then?
St. Nicholas?
is the patron saint of thieves.
So he actually steals gifts instead of giving gifts? That's like Robin Hood. That's actually kind of weird looking. Alright, that was episode 6, The Miracle Job of Leverage. And, you know, hey, it wasn't as exciting to me as all the other episodes were thus far. I know you can't have a million episodes and have everyone be a banger every single time. You gotta have some kind of growth or some kind of something to happen in there. And I think this was more for our main guy and his friend, the Reverend, over there, to just so we can know something about that and his personal side. So I thought it was okay. You know, the way they did it. They waited to the very last end to show us the reveal of how they did it. Because for a minute I was like, we run out of time. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this one right here. And yeah, okay, it was a simple way of doing it at the end. And, you know, and for the most part, it worked. I still love the show. Still like what they got with it, because all the other episodes leading up to this one still got me with the Ocean's 11 vibe. And I love that all day. So I know we'll get back to it probably on the next episode if you guys so choose for us to watch. But again, I still enjoyed this episode for what it was. I can't wait to see another one.
Shout out again to executive producer Del Guy for sponsoring this reaction. I appreciate the timing of kind of a Christmassy type vibe.
It didn't even do nothing about Christmas.
But it had the one music. It had the one music at the very beginning, which I don't know if it was intended to be a Christmas episode. You guys can let us know. But I'm just like, what are we doing? We are striking 1,000% at capturing Christmas episodes right now.
Right up on time.
So this. Even the reveal we had already predicted. So this episode wasn't about a very big reveal on how we put all the pieces together, because we've already seen Leverage do that, and this is not that. This is not what this episode was intended to be. It was more of character development and insight to our main guy's past, and getting to see some more layers as far as his relationships that were a part of his life when his son was still alive. And how this job meant so much to him because of who the priest, Reverend, was and what role he played, and that it's part of his memories with his son. So it was definitely much more an emotional driven, and it showed the lengths that our main guy will go to as far as him being in a position to protecting some of his memories, especially those associated with his son, which is really sweet. So all of that worked for me, but it was definitely like, I was like, okay, we're not going to push the boundaries of this episode. It's not going to be some big flashy reveal. It's more so the emotional content that this episode was able to create. So I appreciate that, because we don't get to see, like, it's been revealed in passing. We don't get to see that much. So I appreciate any time we get to see more of his layers being pulled back and seeing. I love the line, though, between him and Oh Girl. I can't remember everybody's names right now. My bad. But between him and Oh Girl, about her saying they never had an affair because he's always the good guy. And that was what was really intriguing. And the fact that now, you know, with everything that has happened, he needs to figure out who he wants to be. Like, you were always the good guy, and that's why we didn't have a relationship, because you were married. But, like, if you want a relationship with me, you need to figure out who you are now. Yeah. Like, do you want to be with me? So I just thought that was really great from their dynamic to see how that advances. And I just thought it was just great insight, because they do have such a flirtatious relationship. And if that line wasn't presented, it did make it seem that they may have had relations while he was married. So I figured with them putting that out there right now, I was like, oh, that just provides a lot more context. So another great episode. Really looking forward to the prospect of the next.
Yep. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another EP-sponsored reaction for The Leverage, Season 1, Episode number 6. And until next time, people, peace.